can I ask you about a period which I wasn't the biggest fan of, David?
Go on.
Tin Machine.
Yeah.
Now, you were 42, 41 when you started Tin Machine?
I can't do the math.
Yeah, you were. That whole thing to me screams midlife crisis.
Yeah, well, it was. It really imploded on itself. We had a lot of personality problems within the band. I didn't realise what it meant to be in a real democracy until I demanded one.
See, it doesn't work that way, does it?
Uh-oh, Bowie's demanding a democracy. Watch out. Yes, sir. How do you want it run, sir? It sounds like that, doesn't it? Like,
but I suppose it would
right,
have to be
we're all going to be equal, OK? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, first I want to talk about you and your beautiful wife, because now you're in a new campaign for, is it, I don't want to say the wrong, who are you doing this for?
Well, I thought, actually, they started off as passport photos.
Yeah.
But, I think Tommy Hilfiger liked them so much that he asked if he
Tommy
could use
Hilfiger,
them.
that's what I thought.
I suspected something when we turned up and there was a hotel room and a bed involved. I thought, this isn't all passport photographs.
That was fun, I bet.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a treat working with the wife.
And how long have you and Iman, your anniversary's tomorrow?
Actually, you know, well, which one? We got two.
Okay, well, what do you want to talk about? Tell us all of them.
No. Well, I'll tell you the second one was June the 6th, and that was in Florence, in Italy. That was our wedding anniversary.
The wedding?
Proper.
Okay.
But it was a contractual one while I was living in Switzerland, so that would be tomorrow. But that was like paper, you know, and no friends.
Right.
We learned to get friends after that. And then,
yeah.
Then we had a proper wedding.
Because then you get gifts that way when you have friends.
That's it. It was a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah, my mother told me to do that. She said, get friends, get gifts.
Right.
It was...
Mr. Bowie, since we have been going online, we've been getting a whole bunch of email requests and some comments. Shall I read a few to you?
Please, yes.
To David Bowie from Linda from Lake Ronkonkoma, New York. Puberty would have been so much worse if I didn't have your albums to listen to. This comes from Anthony from Yorba Linda, California. David, you keep getting better and better with age. What exactly were the terms of your deal with the devil?
No, it's all locked up now. It's all locked up.
And we're getting a lot of email.
There is no devil.
There is no devil.
Let's be clear about that.
Getting a lot of emails about various personas over the years. Thin White Duke, Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane, Major Tom. Where did that come from? That need? Fright?
It's the way of the future tour, I guess. Don't you think, Rove? What do you think? What do you think there, Rove?
I certainly think it's the wave of the future. And that's the thing about you. You're always one step ahead, especially as far as technology goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the first artist to ever release a song that could be accessible on the internet, the first artist to do interviews by email. Is it important to you to not be a technophobe?
I'm a bit of a Sunday futurist, you know, Rove. I like to tinker away in the shed. Come up with something a little bit kind of science fiction-y, you know, of an afternoon after the lunch.
Very nice.
I say to the wife, darling, I think I've put my hand on something that we're going to see a lot of in the future.
Let me show this CD cover for Heathen. This really is it caught my attention. It's catching a lot of people's attention. That's a scary CD cover right there. It's very, yeah.
Oh, God.
How did this idea come about?
Well, it's a throwback to all those 20s and 30s surrealist movies, you know, by Brunel and Dali. And I thought that their imaging in those days was so effective that it just felt like it might be still effective today. So I just copped a lot of bits and put them together.
It's a great cover shot, though.
Shame about the lettering being upside down, but...
That was a mistake, yeah. They got to recall those and fix that.
Well, I say, just go with it.
Yeah,
really.
Let's pretend we meant to do that.
Yeah. But no, most of the time I took DVDs of all the films I can't watch at home because they're all like subtitled European avant-garde classics and they last 19 hours and have subtitles and nobody else in my house wants to watch them. So as I was traveling alone, I just watched them on my computer, you know, I listened to music and I made notes and I watched the sea. Yeah. Sea-Watch Me.
5 long days.
Yeah.
Do you sit at a sketch pad? Do you work from your own dreams? Do you have visions? Like
travel. I mean, I'm in a very lucky position of not wanting to fly, so I take a ship or a train or something.
You won't fly?
No.
I read you took the Trans-Siberian Railway somewhere.
Yeah, that's one of the things that...
trip.
Yeah, it was right through Russia, from Nahodka through to Moscow. And from Moscow, Warsaw, East Berlin, got chucked off there, threatened to send back to Moscow.
Why won't you fly?
It scares me. You know.
Afraid the plane will come down when it isn't supposed to.
I don't like the feeling of going up at that speed. It always feels like something running very fast and then like going to the edge of a cliff and then jumping and opening to get to the other side.
I like that.
Well, it should be like if it's like just goes like that.
Yeah.
I'd like us all.
Do you know Iggy Pop?
Funnily you should say that. I've got his socks with me.
I asked him what I should ask you next week, and he said, what socks are you wearing? Are these Iggy socks?
No, those are my socks.
What are the ones you're wearing?
The same identical pair.
The mem shows?
Yeah.
All right, okay, all right then. Because Iggy's still here, by the way. He wants to wave to you.
He's
there.
That's Jim thinking. That's Jim thinking on his feet.
Totally. Now,
totally.
Diana Ross is on the show next week.
Oh, fantastic.
Right. So Iggy gave us a question.
Go. You know.
No, I know. Yeah. I'm going to try.
I'm going to break in a heart.
Werther's might have a go, mightn't you, Werther's? Yeah, river deep, mountain high, oh baby, I think. What question should I ask her?
Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, they're scummy questions. Those are the only questions I've got ever that I ever ask anybody.
Come on, then.
Has she ever had gastroenteritis?
In the desert?
I think, yeah.
How potty's the pottiest you've been? When was that?
Pretty damn mad, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it true that you used to save your urine because you thought Jimi Hendrix would use it in a potion?
Jimi Hendrix? No, I wrote about that in a book that I was writing called The Thin White Duke, and he kept it in a refrigerator.
You did?
No, The Thin White Duke did.
Oh, right. I see.
Which it wasn't me, you see.
Oh, yes, OK, David.
But, oh, yes, it was. But I was writing a book, and I'll tell you who's got the book and said he wanted to work on it. This is 25 years ago. Cameron Crowe. You know the American writer?
No, I don't.
Who wrote Ridgemont High or all those crazy...
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, well, look him up.
All right.
Your local library.
We'll get him up.
It's good to read.
Now and again. You read all the time and you paint all the time.
Yeah.
When was the last time you painted? What did you paint?
I painted a tulip.
Was it
seriously?
There? Was it there?
It was dead, but it was kind of a mod, you know, like I was going to put it in formaldehyde. I thought, no, that's not going to really. It has not got legs, so I just painted on canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
so
was
I painted a dead tulip in Bermuda.
When?
Last year. That's a long time ago. Ah, tables. Look at this. This is more like it. This is lovely.
Statue as well.
It's got a statue and everything. Look at now. Take a look. Swing around and come.
Yes. Oh, so there are
yes,
gondolas
absolutely.
here.
Yeah, there are gondolas. We've just realised we've been duped, that we've been in Venice all day. They just said it was Madrid. I know that shop there. I know that shop there. This is Venice. Now, where's the...
How's about a beer, eh?
How's about a beer? I reckon...
Where's the beer?
Where can we get a beer? Here?
Beer,
Oh,
beer,
right. That's right. I'll give you an autograph if you'll give me a nice pint of draft. No, he just wants to take an order. Well, that's very sensible of him. Yeah, two. Ah, Stoss. And you lot can buy your own. Well, Pete, now that we've got rid of the media, what do you really think about MTV?
Well, I'm not sure these days. Ratings are falling, you know.
Oh, it's tragic.
David, your internet site, I'm a member of your internet site. I have a Bowie net address. I go on, I look at it. It's a fabulous looking
this is
site.
Scary.
But, you know, well, it's great. And I know we have people here involved with it as well. But I'm curious about when you're in the internet, because someone had told me, and I don't believe this is true, that Iman, your wife, limits the time you're allowed to spend on the internet.
She doesn't limit anything I do. No, that's not true.
But do you find it best to leave like a Word document open so that if your wife comes in when you're looking at, for example, fatladybendsoverforyou.com, you can quickly click on the other thing, hence hiding the screen and therefore keeping the relationship intact?
Is this... Let's go back a little while to an earlier problem that you had. Is this something to do with a man and man love thing?
No, I'm the least bi-curious guy you could meet, David. And yet, I do like looking at pictures of naked ladies, ideally smiling.
Good Lord.
You must occasionally look at a bit of the old porn on the internet, David. David?
No.
You know what, that's a good thing. And as I grow slightly more sober and mature and decide that I would like to impress you, I'm going to stop looking at it as well.
You're going to be a better man for it, you know, and your children are going to thank you.
Well, the boy might want to find a few things lying around when he hits 13. You've got to pass a few magazines on it, you little fella. What about your son? When Duncan was growing up, you must have slipped...
That little fella is 31 years old.
Well, OK. Well, he'll hit puberty any day now. Did you ever have a father-son talk to him like a kind of birds and the bees type thing? Because from you, that must be quite something.
Yeah, I believe it was more of a monologue.
With you, it's the birds and the bees and the mollusks and anything else you fancy trying, providing no one gets hurt and it's consensual.
Yeah, I think... I don't know. He'll have to remind me, I'm sure, but I think I was quite loutish about it. And quite graphic and full of, you know, bonhomie and backslapping and...
I see you still have a keen sense of rumour, Russell.
Highly developed sense of rumour. Well, David, we're coming towards the end of our ultra-brief conversation.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think what we might do is end with a bit of music. Because I gather that at your end, at beautiful downtown Burbank, you have some music with you. I mean, you're not going to get up on your feet and do it, but...
No, I wish I could, actually, but time won't permit it. But we'll see. I know what it is. I'm very drunk in this.
In what? In the bit we're going to see?
What you'll see now. I was very nervous, so I had a couple of drinks, which I never do. I really shouldn't have. It's lovely. It's very funny.
You were wearing a demob suit or something in that. What kind of a suit was it?
A suit?
I know, but do you know what a demob suit is?
Yes, yes. It's the kind of thing people wore when they came out of armies.
That's right. I mean, a lot of bags around the knees and things.
Yes. It was functional. It was a functional suit. That suit was very functional. It was a functional suit.
Right. Now, I'll tell you what, David, we've had quite a functional conversation. I mean, you have functioned at your...
It's been very good. I liked it very much.
Well, you've functioned at your end, and the satellites function in the middle of the sky, and I function at this end, and you wore a functional earpiece, and you've had a functional glass of whatnot at your side.
And I hope the functional English functionally enjoyed this.
I'm functionally sure they functionally well will have done.
Now, there's a single on the new album, Never Get Old.
Yeah.
Now, at 57 now, you still look fantastic.
See, we're kind of lookalikes, really, aren't we, Ro? In a way, we get into that. Except I'm a bit taller.
Yeah.
Blonder.
Everybody's a bit taller and blonder.
Probably in better shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still box?
You want to try something?
No, I don't.
All right. OK. I do want to crinkle my new Mambo suit.
Oh, it's very nice. But I was going to say, is the song "Never Get Old"? Is that something you live by? That phrase?
No, it was. I mean, anybody my age, you know, somebody had to sing that, and I was the man for the job. It's such a silly thing to say, really, isn't it?
Well, not really. I mean, if
it's not silly if you sing it.
No.
With a backbeat.
Nothing ever does. I mean, do, push pineapple, shake the tree. I mean, when you sing that, it sounds fine.
What is that? I've never heard of that.
Have you not heard that?
No. No.
Maybe
is it on radio?
Oh, this is going back to the 80s or something like that.
That's when I stopped listening to the radio.
Now, you're all set to embark on your first world tour in over a decade. Is there any kind of extra preparation you have to do when you head off on another world tour?
A lot more socks than I usually take out. It adds about another truck to the retinue, you know, underwear, socks, T-shirts. It's clothes, actually, all of us. I mean, the whole band got together the other day and talked about all the clothes we're going to have to take. You know, I mean, the girls alone are nearly up there with me. It's a suitcase's worth of...
See, I'm a terrible... When I pack, I either underpack or I overpack. I never learn. If I was a touring musician, if I was in your band, not only would you have a flawed band for a start, but I would be a terrible travelling companion.
Oh, you wouldn't last very long at all. You'd be right out the door. Absolutely. No, you've got to fit in, mate.
David, shall we go back to the phones?
I'd love to go back to the phones. I'm going to ad-lib to the phones right now. Hi. Hi, phones, how are you doing? Mr. Phone, tell me something about Edison or something. Hello?
Hi.
Good loud voice there. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Romina.
Birmingham.
Romina. Romana.
Romina.
Yeah.
Ah, that's... wouldn't I was going to say, that wouldn't be Argentinian, would it? Are you a soccer fan?
Not really, but I cheered for England anyway. Really, I love England, so...
Listen, I tell you what, I love Argentina. I've been there many times, and it's absolutely great. I had such a good time there.
Well, thank you, but anyway, I really, you've made my day. I'm so happy.
So, you tango?
No, I don't care for that. But really, I just like to
You're
say
good.
that...
You played the stylophone at the end of that. What a fabulous treat to see the stylophone not only back on a top-selling album, but back on TV.
Let's see if we can conjure up something from the past. Have you got one too?
I don't only have one, I've got one with a special holster.
Ground control to Major Tom.
I've had this since the 70s. Mine's got David Cassidy on the back. Don't be jealous, incredible. That was before I discovered you.
That's all right. How did you get a black and white one?
Listen to this.
We're out of tune with it. All right, I'll do the...
Oh, you're doing the scratching at the back there. What am I right in thinking? You don't really need all of that. You could just go on the road with this alone.
Some people, I mean, yeah, I think some people have made a profession of this.
But it's a great sound. Do you like playing around? Presumably, yours is cleaner than mine.
This is Boys and Their Toys.
Hey, if you want, David, as a present.
That's really good. Yours is black and white, though. I could only get a white one. How many stamps did you have to put in to get one of them?
Would you like the holster to take home?
Do I get the holster with...
You want the holster?
Yeah, of course I do.
No one goes home from this show empty-handed.
You're kidding me.
You can have the holster.
That's wonderful.
And I would so love to see you wearing that. You don't have to put it on now.
The cool thing is, I mean, you can get it out really quickly.
Yeah,
now, can't you?
You can be quick on the draw.
That's fantastic.
You never know when inspiration might strike.
Yeah, or at a party and someone says, you don't happen to have a stylophone on you, do you? You can like...
David, just a little word of advice. Well, wear that naked around the house. It will drive your man wild.
Yeah.
Your wife.
I'll tell you if that works.
She is one.
You sitting comfortably? Good. Then we'll come to an end. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed myself today for filling in for possibly Ray. I don't know if it was Ray. And I hope to see you all once again another day in another place. So, till the same time, next time, this is David Bowie saying, oh. Bye-bye.